What is up, everyone? Rare here in teacher mode, and welcome to Paladins. Today we're going to be talking about a recent patch known as OB44, and I wanted to deconstruct this patch and explain to basically any new players and anyone that doesn't understand why there's so much rage flying around right now, why this was a bad patch in general. Now, if you were expecting this video to be a rant video, unfortunately that is not going to be the case here, as I do want to clearly explain everything wrong with patch OB44. Basically, to begin, the reason that there's so much hate right now revolves pretty much completely on the new currency system known as Essence, which doesn't sound that bad until you realize that the Essence system is redundant, extremely grindy, and completely based around RNG, which is an abbreviation for the phrase random number generator. We'll start with the least offensive of the Essence system crimes, redundancy. There is no reason for Hi-Rez to implement a completely new currency in Paladins, especially since what we had before was adequate. Where before in patch OB43 and everything below, we were able to directly buy what we wanted with gold as a currency that we got simply from playing the game. The problem, however, with the old system was that a person would stack up a lot of gold after buying everything that they wanted. The Essence system, as a result, was implemented in order to fix this problem. Unfortunately, this decision, was the equivalent of trying to fix a window with a fucking sledgehammer. The reason being, all Hi-Rez did in reality was add a middleman between the store and the player, which would have been fine, except the process to reach that middleman is completely unacceptable. And this is where we get into the part that everyone is complaining about. The Essence system, alongside it being redundant, is extremely grindy and based completely around RNG. Basically, with this new system, you can't just go around and convert your gold to Essence on a 1-to-1 ratio. In fact, rather, the only way to get Essence is through gambling away your gold on chests, which only give you Essence if you get a duplicate item. Which means, as a new player who basically has nothing in this game, there is no chance for you to earn any Essence at all until you play the game for a period of time. As a result, as a new player, you have zero control when it comes to loadout builds, and instead have to build around the cards that you randomly get from chests. No longer are you able, as a player, to watch someone and say, hey, I want to try out their loadout because it looks fun. Instead, Hi-Rez has basically took out a deck of cards, shuffled the deck, and randomly gave you a couple of cards and just said, make it work. The excuse that I heard from the developers where they say that this is okay because newer players don't understand Paladins is, honest to God, fucking bullshit. How in the world do you expect newer players to understand Paladins and actually get better at Paladins if they can't even freely experiment with their ideas? It's like telling a scientist that he won't be able to discover anything new if he tries to do something different from what everyone else is doing. It also doesn't help that while the system screws the experience for newer players, it's also not good for older players as well. The reason being that RNG treats everyone equally. As an older player, we may get Essence more frequently because we have more items than a newer player, but it doesn't mean jack shit when what we get is minuscule compared to how much it costs to actually directly buy a loadout card. You see, Paladins, there is a reason why RNG based loot is successful in other games such as Overwatch, Team Fortress 2, and Counter-Strike Go, and why RNG based loot was unsuccessful in other games such as Destiny and Halo 5. The reason was because the successful games made sure that the RNG based loot was entirely cosmetic related, or there was a trade system implemented in order to alleviate the problem of getting duplicates. When you lock a major part of the game behind RNG walls, you're basically asking people to not take you seriously. How in the world do you expect people to play your game competitively if they can't even get the things that they need easily? And yeah, that is the reason why the SM system sucks so bad and why it's getting so much hate. Because it is unnecessary, overcomplicated, an extreme barrier for newer players, and just overall depressing to talk about. Hell, no one in the world wants to depend on a system where basically something else makes your decision for you, okay? As a player, we want to be able to make the decision ourselves. This isn't freaking BioShock, okay? And for those of the developers who said that that example makes no sense, I would say the same to you when you talked about Hearthstone and Paladins. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, and as always, have fun with everything you do. I hope the video was helpful, and hopefully I will not have to make more videos like this in the future.